Hello and welcome to another anime review on AnimeEveryday. Today I will be reviewing the highly acclaimed Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online was one of the most popular anime in 2012, selling millions of copies and becoming one of the most controversial anime. Everyone has their own opinion on Sword Art Online. Some say it's the best anime of all time, while some say it's the worst. But what's Sword Art Online all about? Well, we follow the journey of Kirito, a teenage social outcast who spends all his time playing video games. And in the year 2022, a game called Sword Art Online is released. A virtual reality massive multiplayer online role-playing game. So to play the game, you put on a fancy helmet. This does something with your brain to make it feel like you're actually inside the game. Super futuristic, right? Well, we're still playing on wired connection, but yeah, super futuristic. So what's the super unique, never used before twist about this show? If you die in the game, you die in real life. Okay, so that's not so super unique. To be quite honest, the story in Sword Art Online really isn't all that. The story never seems to have any real direction. There are way too many time jumps and you never really know Kirito's real goals or purpose. Does he want to escape the game? Does he want to live happily ever after with Asuna? Or any of the many other girls he seems to have swarming him every single episode? And people say this show isn't a harem. Despite the large amount of characters in this show, the character development is pretty much non-existent. Characters are randomly added, then even a mere episode later just completely thrown out, without making any meaningful impact on the show. It's not just the characters, even whole segments of the story are just tossed in randomly then just as quickly tossed back out again. And then we continue like nothing happened. Almost like the writer forgot to write half the story, then really quickly wrote the missing plot points and characters on his way to handing it in. So yeah, Sword Art Online's plot and characters were nowhere near good. SAO merely scratches at what could have been a very good and deep story. A lot of questions were left unanswered. A lot of potentially cool things that could have happened in the story of life inside a video game were just tossed out and replaced with mini-stories that had no impact on the bigger story whatsoever. Overall, the story just seemed lazy, rushed, and poorly written. The story focuses completely on the wrong things, which is a great shame because Sword Art Online had a massive amount of untouched potential. But what about our main character Kirito? For some reason he seemed to be a much higher level than any of the other players, even though we never really see him grinding or working hard to get there. This completely takes any serious feelings we had about Kirito away. He conquers every single enemy or challenge that's thrown at him simply because he's a high level, which would be fine if it felt like he deserved it, but it feels he almost cheated his way to this level just because he's the main character. But there are some redeeming qualities about Sword Art Online. It looks and sounds awesome. The animation was beautiful to watch and some of the art was magnificent. Fight scenes in Sword Art Online are so enjoyable to watch that it almost excuses the many flaws. It's worth watching the show just for the nice fight scenes and animation. Not only does it look good, but the soundtrack is also very well done. These aren't things that could save this show from a low rating, but it could merit a watch. Despite all the flaws, bad characters and annoying plot, Sword Art Online is worth watching. The romance and journey of Kirito and Asuna, which at the end of the day is the main point of the show, was nice. Nothing was taken too seriously and the ending was, again, nice. I understand that they were trying to capture a larger audience by not making the story too complicated, and there are some very interesting things that came from what they did add to the show. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't bring out Sword Art Online's full potential, but it didn't by any means make the show bad. My final conclusion of Sword Art Online is that it's a nice, sweet story and worth a watch. Just make sure you take it with a grain of salt. I want to thank everyone that's been watching and subscribing to my reviews so far. This is only my 4th review and I'm already past 100 subscribers. If you guys didn't see, I'm doing a Christmas Blu-ray giveaway if you guys want to enter. Remember to like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again so much guys and goodbye.